So the biggest issue when you have mental illness or your borderline personality disorder or bipolar or whatever you have is that the loneliness eventually comes. Sometimes you make fast friends or you get somebody in your life and you think that they care about you or they love you or it could lead to something. And then a couple days later, you find out that it's not going to go anywhere because you're not, there's something wrong with you. You say the wrong things, you act a way that most average people don't act, and that scares people away. So again, the loneliness comes back. And then all of a sudden new people come in and you're like, oh, all right, and you cling to those new people because you think that could lead to friendship or a relationship or something meaningful or a connection. And then those people leave you too. And it's this kind of roller coaster life of having people and losing people and having people and losing people. But it's very rapid. And what happens to you overall is you know better not to have friends or have a relationship at all because you know it's going to lead to letdown and then severe depression. But you continue to do it anyways because you're lonely, because you're like, well, maybe this time it will work. And then you put yourself out there and you talk and you express yourself, but what you say to people is considered weird or different or odd, and it's not like what average people talk about or what average people say, and they think you're weird or strange, and then they distance themselves from you. And usually it's very cold turkey, where they don't even tell you why they're doing it, and they just stop messaging you completely, or they stop calling you, and you don't understand why. I just made a funny video about it, but there's a more depressing, lonely aspect of it. After you get over the funny part of it, like, oh yeah, it happened to me again, like I don't understand why this keeps happening, then the depression and the loneliness sets in. And you're like, oh God, I'm back to this stage again where I was better off when I didn't put myself out there at all. Because when I didn't put myself out there and I closed myself off to friends and relationships and love and everything, at least I was safe and at least I wasn't thinking about it. But when you get rejected, or when you think something great is going to happen, or you think you're going to have a connection with a new person or a friend or a girlfriend or whatever, and then all of a sudden they just stop talking to you or they stop messaging you and they don't tell you why, then you feel hurt and wounded, and then the depression sets in. And then because you get depressed because you constantly think about it, you're like, oh my gosh, why did this happen again? Like, oh, what did I say? 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 Was it this? No, it was that. Was it? No, wait, it was probably this. But why did they stop talking to me? That doesn't make any sense. Like, it seemed like it was going good, but I guess it wasn't going good. Like, maybe I didn't ask the right questions. And then, like, you start screwing yourself in your own mind by overly thinking and this repetitive, crazy, insane thinking. And then that leads to depression and loneliness and feelings of isolation and feelings like you're all alone and you're different and you're strange and you're weird. And that is the big problem with having borderline personality disorder, bipolar disorder, or any mental illness whatsoever. So thank you so much.